In this video, I'm going to show you how to get the genius out of you. Hello and welcome to Total Health with Dr. Nick. My purpose is to inspire, empower, and motivate you to live longer, healthier, and more abundant lives. And this video today is really all about inspiration and motivation. And that is, like I said, how to get the genius out of you. But before we get started, like I say, guys, if you like the video, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you click that little bell notification so you get notified anytime I do a video. And if you're looking for more information about the ketogenic diet and really want to get in the best shape of your life, check out the link below where you'll see my keto course. I think you'll find it's the best one out there. And also too, if you're looking for some additional coaching, really far and above just these videos that we're doing on YouTube, make sure you check out the link below too, and you can get in touch with my office and schedule a consultation. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and get started with how to get the genius out of you. Well, first of all, guys, there's a quote by Albert Einstein, and I like to say it's attributed to Albert Einstein because sometimes if you look on the internet, you may say, well, that one wasn't by him. But you know what? Even if it wasn't, which I don't care, it's still a great, great quote. And that is this: everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it's stupid. Well, how many of us believe that? We're too much of this, not enough of that. We're being constantly compared. And as a result, we don't feel good about ourselves. We start to question ourselves. We start to wonder, why did God even make me? Why am I even here right now? What's my purpose? Why am I on this planet? Because I'll tell you, I'm not as good as this person, or I'm not as, talented as that person. I don't sing as good as, I'm not as pretty. I don't have the right face or the right size nose or the right this or the right that. I don't have the math skills of that person. Well, guys, everybody's designed differently. So number one, stop comparing yourself to others. Don't get into the comparison trap. We see this all the time. If that poor fish compared themselves to a monkey who can climb a tree brilliantly, like you said, the fish would think it's stupid. It just can't do anything right. Well, if you're comparing yourself to what other people have chosen for their lives, or what God has chosen for their lives, or the purpose and the skills and the talents that God's put in their heart, and you try to stack up to that, you're never going to do it. Remember, you are yourself. You're an individual. God created you fully equipped with all the gifts and talents that you need. Hey, you know what? I'm not designed to be a singer. I'm a doctor. Okay, I help sick people get well. I help optimize people's health. I'm not the singing doctor. So if I tried to sing, you probably would never come and see me as a patient. So we all have our gifts and talents that are very unique to us and specific for us. If God wanted you to be a singer and end up on American Idol or one of these other talent shows, you would have been given that talent. But instead you were given other talents. You were given talents to be able to write or to do poetry or to do the most beautiful paintings or to play an instrument. I don't know how to play an instrument. I play really good air drums though. I played drums when I was a kid and I haven't practiced in a long, long time, but I played really, really good air drums if I do say so myself. But I don't play a guitar. I wouldn't even know how to play guitar. I don't know how people play piano. My son is self-taught. It's amazing. He could play piano, can't read a lick of music, but he can play piano really, really well. And a lot of you know that. A lot of you experience that. But if God said, hey, you know what, if you can't read music, then you shouldn't be playing a piano. There's people that would not be able to play the piano, but yet they are beautiful pianists. They can play the most beautiful songs and inspire people with their music. But maybe they can't read music. What does it matter? Don't compare yourself to others. Someone else may be taller than you or shorter than you or thinner than you. It doesn't matter. You have your own race to run, and you have your own specific gifts and talents to do what God created for you to do. So do not compare yourself to others. Everyone has their own unique gifts and talents. But you know what? Sometimes people would look at it and say, but you know what? Elephants have no business doing the trapeze. They're too big. They're too heavy. They can't possibly do that. Have you ever heard that in your life where people are telling you, don't do this, don't do that? They're well-meaning though. They don't want you to get hurt. They don't want you to make a mistake. Well, maybe they've put their beliefs on you. Maybe they were too afraid to make it in business and they're saying, hey, you know what? Businesses fail. I hear that 90% of businesses won't make it. Look what happened during the pandemic. People lost their jobs. Businesses went out of business. Don't do it. It's too risky. Guys, There's risks in anything. There's risks if you get in your car and drive to work. Now, God forbid, I don't want anything to happen to you, but there's risks walking across the street. There's risks for everything. But yet you take those risks because you know that the outcome is worth it. So take the risks and see what unfolds, see what's there, see what God has put into your heart. You know, when I think about how I got to where I am now, I've taken many, many risks. In fact, moving into the office where I am now was a huge risk because I had to close my office where I was and run the risk of patients not following me, not coming with me, and having to start all over again. But I said, you know what? God put it on my heart to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to obey, and I'm going to take the risk, even though I believe in my educated mind it's going to be potentially career-ending. But I will take this risk because God put it in my heart. God put it in your heart to be a painter. God put it in your heart to be an artist, to open up a flower shop, to open up a travel agency, to open up a restaurant, to open up a hotel, whatever it may be. Think big because God put that in your heart. God didn't put it in someone else's heart. They didn't put it in your family member's heart. Even how well-meaning they may be, they didn't have it put into their hearts. This is your dream. Like I said, everyone has their own unique gifts and talents. Don't let someone else put their limiting beliefs on your talents. Now, remember, you are divinely created. God created you. You have a sole purpose. This was imprinted in your DNA. You have a sole purpose. You are here for a reason. A lot of people say, oh, I don't know, why am I here right now? I don't know if life is worth it. Things are tough. Well, let me tell you something. Things are tough for everybody. But that's what makes it sweeter. That's what makes it better. When you get through the adversity and you get to the mountaintop, and you get to experience the glory, and you start to say, you know what, thank goodness, thank God I persevered and got through these challenges and expressed my genius, even though it didn't look like I was going to make it. That's when it's even better, when you get through those challenges. And sometimes, I was telling a patient this the other day, many times as you're going through turbulence on an airplane, it's because you're going to a higher level. So sometimes that turbulence you're experiencing is because you're getting taken to a higher level. God is preparing you for something. And many times my wife and I will say to ourselves, we're in some turbulence right now. We must be getting ready to go to the next level. You know, a lot of times we look at it and we say, boy, this valley is deep. But in order to have a deep valley, you also have to have a high mountain, because the two go hand in hand. The deeper the valley, the higher the mountain. So as you're going through that valley and continue going through that valley, and you get to the top of the mountain, you'll appreciate it that much more. Because the last place you want to be is with regrets. Once again, express your genius. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't let other people talk you out of things. Because the worst thing is if you end up at those pearly gates, the metaphor, and you get let in, and you go past this building, and it has your name on it, and you say to St. Peter, what's my name on that building for? Well, you don't want to go in there. No, I'd like to go in there. My name is on it. I'd like to see what's in there. No, you don't want to go in there. Trust me. And no, I want to go in. And he says, okay, I'm going to take you in there, but you're not going to like it. And you go into this building, this warehouse, and you see rows and rows and rows of broken promises, broken dreams. You see the book that you never wrote. You see the influence that you never took advantage of, that you were able to maybe influence people towards greater health, towards greater prosperity, but you didn't take it. You didn't want to impose yourself on people. You wanted to start a business, but you didn't do it. You didn't go and start that business, and as a result, you never experienced that dream that God put in your heart. You didn't make that invention. You didn't create it. You held back because, you know what, I don't know if people are going to want this. I don't know if people are going to like this. It'll probably get rejected. It won't make it onto Shark Tank. Nobody will like it on there. They'll probably kick me right off. Mr. Wonderful will probably tell me that I'm dead to him. Okay, how many people have heard that? He'll tell me to take it out in the back and shoot it. So you didn't do that invention. Maybe you didn't play that music. Well, I don't want to start learning how to play an instrument because, you know what, I'm probably not going to be very good at it. And so you never play that instrument. You never make that beautiful music. Maybe God had intentions of you of expressing through you beautiful music that would inspire people, but you never took that risk. You never competed in the athletics that God created you to do, where you're going to influence people all over the world. You're going to stand on that podium and point up and say, thank God for this. And people are going to go, wow, he did this because God inspired him. But you never did that. You never became the entertainer that once again inspired people. You never asked for the good breaks, the favor, the opportunity. You never asked for any of that. You have not because you ask not. You have to ask. You have to ask. Yes, God knows what you need, but you have to ask for it. Okay, I know what my kids need, but sometimes they need to ask for it. Rather than just provide it, they ask for it. And the same thing here. Good breaks, good favor come because you ask for it. Ideas, family. You didn't get the family that you wanted. You didn't have the kids that you wanted to have. All because you held back the wealth that you were going to create. Oh, I don't want to get wealthy because, wealthy people, money's the root of all evil. No, it's not. No, it's not at all. Money's not the root of all evil. Money is paper with dead presidents on it. That's all it is. And it's an exchange of energy. That's all it is. You could use money for good or you could use money for bad. You could pay someone's hospital bill. You could pay for someone's brain surgery. You could buy someone a house. You could get someone out of debt. You could do a lot of great things with money. It has nothing to do with it being the root of all evil. It's the impression. It's the energy. It's the meaning that you give it. That's what it comes from. It's the meaning that you give it. Determines with money if it's good or evil. Yeah, you could use money for evil. You could buy a gun. You could buy crack. You can hurt somebody. Or you can do great things with money. So wealth is all how you use it. They say wealth brings out what the true person really is. So if you're a jerk, it makes you a bigger jerk. But if you're generous, it makes you even more generous. So look at money as a way to help other people. That's really what it's for. Because they say that the place where there's the most lost potential is in the graveyards. In the graveyards is where the ideas never came to fruition. The inventions never happened. The poems were never written. They died with the person. The person died with the music still in them. The painting that they were supposed to do, the beautiful Rembrandts or beautiful Picassos and things like that, were never painted. The Monets, what if they never said, hey, you know what, I don't know if I want to paint. There's a lot of good painters right now. Look at Michelangelo. He's so good. I'll never be as good as Michelangelo. I don't want to paint. It doesn't matter. There's people out there that paint differently and they have a different following. If certain groups said, you know what, I don't want to sing, I don't want to be a rock group because look at how good Bon Jovi is and things like that, we'll never be a Bon Jovi. Well, there's plenty of people that follow the Grateful Dead. There's plenty of people that follow Styx, all these different bands. Now, I'm probably dating myself because I'm naming some bands from back in the 80s and the 70s and so on. But everybody has their own following. Everybody has their own people they can influence and help. This is where the songs were never written, like I said, or the inventions were never created, or the business that was never started to help the homeless or help feed the hungry or whatever it may be, or the book that was never written. I told my wife started writing a book about 10 years ago, and I will tell you, it is one of the most amazing books I've ever read. It is so well written. It is one of those page turners, and I will tell you, it is a phenomenal, phenomenal book, and I'll probably put the link down below in the description. You want to get it. It's a great, great gift for someone who's maybe gone through sexual abuse and things like that, like my wife has, and come out victorious. It's such a great book on all the different stages and trials and tribulations she had to go through through her life. And a book is called Truth Gives Strength to Wings. Phenomenal book. I highly recommend it. But I told my wife, I said, you write that book. You better write it. Well, but I don't know. I'm starting to get tired. It's 10 years later and this and that. And I don't know if I want to finish writing the book. It's getting too, laborious and the whole thing. I said, no, finish writing the book. Just finish. Number one, complete something. But number two, think of the people it will influence. It always goes through people's heads, but what if it's not a New York Times bestseller? So what if it's not a New York Times bestseller? If it influences and transforms and changes the life of one person, That is your genius. That's what you were put here to do. That was your unique gift and talent. If it becomes a movie, great. I think it could. In fact, if there's any producers out there and you want to see a book that was made to be a TV movie or a Hollywood production, this book is that. But even if it helps one person or two people or 10 people, it still was beneficial for my wife to write the book. Because the truth is, we all have our own races to run. It's all our own race. We have our own challenges. We have our own obstacles that God put in place already to help make us stronger and take us to the next level. But we all have our own race to run. So don't compare yourself to someone else. This is your race. Your race is to write the book. Your race is to create the invention. Your race is to open up the business, the flower shop, whatever it may be. Your race is to maybe become a doctor or a lawyer. Your race is to play the musical instrument. It's your race. Do not base it on the beliefs and the opinions of others or compare yourself to others. This is your genius. This is your unique gift and talent. You need to express that. And in closing, all I tell you to do is this: become all that God created for you to be. That's it. That's all you're here for. You're here to express God's gifts and talents through you. Nobody else's gifts and talents. It's all your gifts and talents. That's what we're here for. We're here to express the gifts and talents that God gave us. Yes, you are a gift to the world to express your gift to the world. That's really what you're here for. So I hope and pray that this video touches your heart. So this video was not so much of a hear video, it was more of a hear video, because I wanted to touch your heart so that you realize that you were created for greatness, that you were created for health and wellness, that, hey, sickness and disease is not normal, that you are created and you have a destiny, you have a sole purpose, that you have a genius inside of you that is just waiting to come out and show the world. And I hope and pray that you actually do that, because the world is waiting for you. Well, guys, I love and appreciate you. Thanks for watching today. Thanks for supporting my channel. If you like this video, make sure you check out the other ones, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.